3, 2, 1.
Alrighty, we have our Southwest ISD swimmers. This is going to be the first time, I think, on the podcast. We're making history here, as you said. We had some historic times. We're making history. We have two freshmen on the podcast for the first time. So this is going to be exciting. We'll start at the end. Give us Southwest High School. Talk to me about, give us your name and then what grade you're in so we know who our freshmen are.
My name is James Kipp, and I'm a junior.
Perfect. James, welcome to the show.
My name is Danica Milligan, and I am a freshman.
Danica, welcome.
I'm David Salcedo, and I'm a freshman.
Okay, David, welcome.
Natalie De Leon, junior.
Perfect. All righty, awesome. Well, we're happy to have all you guys. We're super, super excited. Talk to me about why it was so important to get this group on the Scoreboard podcast this week.
Well, one, we didn't have them on at the beginning of the year.
All right, dude, this is a show. Let's make it, keep it.
Just saying, you didn't. I sent you a whole spreadsheet. And you
Like,
just
you're right.
it.
I said, hey,
Yeah,
when
you
is
just
final?
ignored it.
When is everything else
Exactly.
happening? Yeah.
No, this is the big meet, and we had a lot of kids qualify for regionals. I'm interested to listen to everybody kind of talking about their coaching staffs and things like that, like you said. But really, Southwest ISD has had swimming a long time.
Yep.
We've won a district championship a while back. I think it was 2011 or 12, something around there. But we never really competed at the highest level.
Sure.
Does that make sense? When you go to a 6A, when we go to regionals, it's like there's Southwest in the outside lanes, and we did our thing, but the main ones were going. And so at the district meet, our district meet was Bernie champion, New Braunfels, R2, and J, and there's races where we're in lane 4 and 5. There's races where we're in 3 and 4. There's races where we're doing that, and that is a big testament to the investment that you see when you go by the aquatic center. And so I really want to hear some of those things. I think that going into this meet, there's a lot of things that happen in swimming that you really train specifically for different meets that I think some people would be interested to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
In terms of just, like you don't shave your legs all the time until that big meet, and then that's when you do it. You know what I mean? The whole idea of tapering. For some kids, you taper a little bit more for the district meet because they're still building. For some kids who are faster and are really trying to compete at the regional meet, they don't taper as much until the regional meet. Then you have kids like James, who's got a really good shot at going to state, who may not taper really well until the week before state.
Yeah, following
things
regionals,
like that. And so I'm interested to hear kind of how the swimmers feel about that.
So remind me, guys, for our juniors, was your freshman year the year we opened the aquatic center? Or was it the year after, year before? Year before. Okay, perfect. So let's talk to our juniors real quick. So we'll start at Southwest. Talk to me. How has the investment of the aquatic center, because when we talk swim, so many people are going to be watching this going, it's 30, 40 degrees outside. What are we talking about swimming? But the aquatic center has allowed opportunities for us to do that on a more year-round basis, whether it be club or for school. So talk to me about how important that is to have as an outlet as a student athlete.
It helps a lot, especially because the temperature, that's the biggest thing with year-round training. The ability to train year-round has just allowed us to flourish better than other outdoor facilities.
Sure.
And it just goes a lot into the training.
Yeah. And what about yourself? You're from Legacy.
Like what James says, it benefits us.
We'll put it a little closer for me. Go ahead.
It benefits us a lot.
Yeah.
With the training and stuff, with the weathering conditions and stuff. So it's really good.
Yeah. Any personal goals for yourself this junior year, going into senior year? What are kind of you hoping to grow as an athlete in swimming that you can kind of hopefully lead by example for the following generations after you?
Well, my goals this year, I got my goals this year with my grades and stuff.
Yeah.
And this year I focused a lot on swimming. I've gotten better. I dropped a lot of time. And next year I want to drop more time and stuff. And I want to show that example for our freshmen and our sophomores next year.
I got you. And what about you, Sir Mr. James?
My goal this year is, on the school side, I'm trying to keep up my GPA, trying to get my class rank to stay high as well. It's pretty hard with all the extracurricular activity through
Yep.
swimming. And on the swim side, I'm trying to build my stamina up because I've been lacking in that.
Yeah, okay. I got you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the truthfulness, right?
Yeah.
The
Mhm.
very transparent
Yeah.
answers we're getting. For our freshmen, you don't know a high school career without the aquatic center. This is the new brand new toy for the district, but for you, this is you're going to be the first, I think, full class that is going to have not known anything different from middle school to high school. This has been a possibility for you. Also, talk to me about, as a freshman, how important is it for you to be a leader early on in your career, and what you're hoping to accomplish this year and moving forward? We'll start with you from Legacy.
Well, for over the years, we could get more experience and all that,
Mhm.
and we could get more leadership, communicating with everybody and helping everybody out and all that.
Yeah.
With everybody.
Yeah, talk to me Southwest as a freshman. What does it mean? I mean, you got invited to the podcast here. You're clearly a leader there on the team. Talk to me about why swimming's been so important and why the aquatic center's helped you.
I've done lots of sports throughout my life, but I've noticed that swimming especially has been something that I've been gravitated towards
Sure.
ever since I have been training under Coach Nathan for the
Mhm.
Quad A team. It's just so important to me because I have lots of friends and connections to that aquatic center,
Yeah,
and being one of the oldest girls on that club team, I've gained lots of leadership experience, being able to be on one of the higher spots
Sure.
as well in the higher groups. It's just a really great thing to have that area and that environment to be around.
perfect.
So Danica, tell me how Coach Nathan, how you ended up coaching one day, one of those days in Quad A. Remember when you had to, you got to put the workout out there and everything else.
Oh, you took over.
Yeah. How does that happen? Because I think there's a couple of you and Bailey and a few others have gotten to do that.
So that's our little thing we do monthly. It's the swimmer of the month, where like he looks for someone who has exhibited lots of like good traits, like being on time to practices, doing your best,
Sure.
encouraging teammates. He chooses someone from the groups to give a water bottle that says swimmer of the month, and then you get to write a 30-minute set that you coach, and Coach Nathan gets in and swims it with them. With the
Oh,
groups.
wow. What a unique
I think we
experience.
need to do that for
That's
you.
crazy. That's a
I
unique
think you
experience.
need to do that.
Yeah, you're about 10 years too late. We could have done that back when you were coaching.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
for sure. We could have
Uh-huh.
done that. But talk to me. I'm really interested to know why swimming. You kind of mentioned how you gravitated towards it, right? We'll start with Legacy. We'll start with you here on this side. I want to make our way down because I know you kind of gave us your answer. But for the rest of you, why swimming? There's so many other sports. I'm sure many of you maybe played other sports as well. What is it about swimming that you gravitated towards that you wanted to take seriously at the high school level?
Well, swimming, honestly, I didn't want to do any sports
Mhm.
in middle school. I didn't want to start doing sport, but my mom gave me an opportunity to
Mhm.
do a sport, and the first sport that gravitated me was swimming.
Mhm.
I liked it the first time I had practice there with Coach Fernandez when she was the coach, and I just liked it since then. It's a really good sport.
Got it. And what about you, sir? As a freshman, what was it about swimming? How long have you been doing it? Since for a while, or
well,
this first year?
I started in 6th grade when this opened,
Okay.
with the aquatic center open. I done many other sports, but like football, soccer, and tennis. But for me, swimming feels like it brings me more. I feel more into it.
You're more at home there at
Yeah, I
swimming.
feel like home over there in the aquatic center.
Yeah.
I can express myself more and all that.
I love it. I love it. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Talk to me, sir. We heard that you might be looking at possibly a state time. We're trying to figure out what that looks like. We talk about regionals coming up. What is it about swimming that you think you've excelled at clearly, but also that gravitated you towards that sport over others?
I started swimming my freshman year due to Coach Moore. He's been a really good role model, but it's mostly just the coaching staff that's pulled me into the sport itself. And chipping away at the clock every single time you swim, you get more experience. And it's just the feeling of PRing every single
Yeah.
time you do it.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Question for all four of you as well. We'll start with Southwest on that side this time. What is it about swimming that maybe we don't know? Not everybody's got a chance to be on a swim team. For those Southwest alumni who are before you all, right, didn't have the aquatic center, it wasn't as easily available. So for those who don't know the practicing that goes into it, the conditioning that goes into it, tell us a little bit, maybe not so much stories, you can, but give us a little bit about some things that maybe we don't know about that go into this whole process of being a swimmer. We'll start with Southwest.
So this is one of the only sports where you do it, and it's your coach yelling at you not to breathe at all. So you're half awake trying to practice, and like every single breath kind of resets that meter down,
Yeah.
and you're just trying to keep it as low from passing out as possible so you don't get yelled at.
There you
Passing
go.
out's not a good thing.
No, not at all. But
Especially in the water.
Yeah, in swimming, breathing is definitely a privilege because like taking a breath can be the difference between like like a half a second, and that's a big thing, especially
Sure.
in shorter distances. But also like lots of sports, like they'll practice like for 2 hours, maybe like 3 or 4 times a week. But swimming, it's lots, like it's repetition after repetition. Like you have to do it constantly to be able to get better.
Wow.
So what's a swimming day, a practice day? I know what your day kind of looks like, but tell.
Well, you work right above it. You
Tell,
just see
yeah,
it,
I can watch. But tell them during swim season kind of what your practice day looks like.
So for me, a practice day, I wake up at 5 in the morning and I get ready, and practice starts at 6:30 every day for swimming, from 6 to 8, whether we do dry land at all, same time, 6 to 8. And then I go to school, do all my work and everything.
Get to breathe for a little
get
bit.
to-
Breathing becomes a
Yeah.
normal thing.
imperative.
Yeah. And then I have club practice in the afternoon from 5:45 to 7:30. And that's just another.
So 4 hours of swimming is what
Swimming.
I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Talk to me, Legacy. Talk to me about why swimming was important for you and kind of what we don't know that goes into it that
Well,
you.
kind of like for me, swimming, I feel like you work like for other sports, you work kind of like for other parts, but in swimming, you work out all parts
All
of
your
your
body,
body,
yeah.
like everything.
It's a good one.
You work
yeah.
on everything, and also you can't breathe.
Yeah.
So, all that.
Yeah.
And like
I feel like
also-
we're focused
We're
on not
focusing on
breathing.
the breathing part. Yeah, I think so.
I feel like that might be scaring people. I don't
Yeah.
want to swim and tell you can't breathe.
Yeah.
and then try to hit every practice, try to get more better
Yeah.
and all that. Try to beat your PR, try to get each better every day.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
That's a good slogan for life right there.
That's right. What is it about swimming that maybe we don't know?
Like they said, breathing.
Breathing. Yeah.
Yeah. But some people think it's easy because you're just swimming. But when you get into it, like
Mhm.
in the actual water, and they tell you like how to do it, like swim, it's the hardest thing you could do because you're sprinting, you're just swimming. It's difficult.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I
It
think
burns about 5 times the calories as like running.
that is the cool thing. You guys get to eat whatever you want. Like this is you guys get to just munch out. But looking at we've talked about the aquatic center a ton on the podcast, whether it be swimming, whether it be diving. Water polo is another one that I know is really, really tough as far as conditioning. But, looking at it as a high school student, what would you say to students who have never tried it? Maybe there are freshmen at your own schools that have never, maybe they know, I'm sure they know how to swim, outside, but to actually be a swimmer or to look at something like this as a sport, maybe they're not interested in the basketballs, the baseball, the softballs, the footballs, or maybe they play those and they're looking for a second sport. Kind of give me your pitch as a student athlete who's in swimming, why you should give swimming a chance for those students.
I think they should give it a chance because it's a fun sport. You connect with a lot of people, and the coaches are really nice coaches. They push you really hard to do good in PR, and like they said, PR like is the best feeling when you PR in a race by yourself because you're by yourself. You're swimming by yourself.
Yeah.
It's good. Like you feel nice accomplishing it for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that what you're hearing right now is what's pretty cool about swimming is we're focused on the breathing, but to understand that first of all you train to not have to breathe as often. That's part of the conditioning part, but to understand that to a PR time could mean literally hundredths of a second. And the difference between, I think James last year you were kind of in that spot for the wild card to go to to go to state, and the difference between going and not going was something like 4/100ths of a second, something like that. So when you're talking about not, it's not like we're like people are punishing them for, you don't get to breathe because you didn't swim right. You know what I mean? It's not that. It's a matter of when you turn your head to breathe, you are positioning yourself different in the water. You're changing your stroke. Your stroke might be a little bit longer, and that 1/100ths of a second could be the difference between second and third, going to state or not, PRing, things like that. And I think the biggest lesson is more along the lines of what they've said is, it's the continuously getting better for yourself.
Yeah,
is the
accomplishing
lesson.
something.
It's not about you're not worried about everybody else. It's like you might have gotten 10th, but you PR'd, and you're like, let's go. You know what I mean? You're not comparing yourself to others. You're not dealing with the disease of comparison. You're dealing with, what am I doing to make myself better, which is what they said. And I think that's a big thing in swimming, is to understand that if I come to practice every day, I'm on time. If I'm getting the reps in, if I'm doing that work, and then I go out there and do every little thing right, I might lose 100th of a second. And if I get that 100th of a second, it seems like, dude, you went by 100th of a second faster. That's big because of all the work that you put in to get to that 100th of a second. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it's very corollary to all of the other things that we do in athletics. But really, like, if you read that book, if you do that thing, if you go to sleep a little
Just
bit
getting
earlier,
a little bit better.
if you're just getting a little bit better, but then enjoy the win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not from everybody else, but enjoy the fruits of your labor that you got better. And the beauty of swimming is you get to see that. And when people, I used to ask this question when I would interview head coaches. I would often say, so if the UIL said you could only have one sport that all boys and girls could play and only one sport for all of athletics, and I would ask these coaches, what would it be? From interviewing football coaches to hired all of them and everything. And I always asked that one question, and I always wanted to see what was the philosophy behind their coaching. You know what I mean? I've had some interesting ones. I asked a football coach, I asked a basketball coach once, and he said football, and I almost fell out of my chair. He's like, well, because you got band and you got cheerleaders, like all kinds of. I was like, all right, that makes sense. But when they would ask me, well, what's yours? And I used to say track, because track was obviously you're doing the same kind of thing, right? For all different shapes and sizes and interests and stuff. But swimming is, I would say swimming. I would say powerlifting, because those things are the little things that you do, from technique to putting in the work to just, it's about consistency. It's about choosing to consistently do the things that give you the results. You don't get results by making goals. You get results by choosing your habits that make those results happen.
I love it.
And that's swimming.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I do have a question for them, because you've been hogging up the whole time.
Go ahead.
And stuff. So we have, how many? I know that Danica and
They didn't answer the first question, but sure, go ahead. The second.
whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody asked you.
Go ahead.
We have a middle school program.
Yes.
How influential do you think the middle school program was to get more people involved? The two freshmen. I want both of you to, because I think you're both in it.
So I think the middle school program is very, very helpful to get people involved, because, I mean, we have the resources. We have the aquatic center. We have everything over there that we would need to influence the younger generations into wanting to swim or play water polo or dive.
Yeah.
And I think the way we're doing it is very well, bringing like 6th through 8th graders up and like showing them, hey, this is what you could do. If you're not interested in other sports, like there's also this that's like really great for you, and just in general, like really nice.
I also think, you have all the stuff that you need when you're a 6th grader. If you don't have any other things you do,
Because you can't play any other sports. So.
Yeah, I didn't play any other sports. Like me, I only did football. I was only thinking football. When it ended, I didn't have to do anything. Like I wasn't thinking of anything else until I saw the aquatic stick. So I said, why not try it, right? And I tried it. It was amazing. Like the first time. I was dying all that, right? But still, it was good. So, and I feel like if if we get more middle schoolers to do the middle school's
Program.
program, we could get more students in high school, more swimmers.
And start
Yeah.
doing it.
And we kind of heard from over here at Legacy. I want to just go back to our freshman and then our last student over at Southwest as the last question from us is, you've been through the middle school program. What is the pitch to the middle school athletes to maybe get involved earlier to be better swimmers later? And then when we get to our junior at the end, as a junior, what do you tell students to get them involved in swim as well? So we'll start with you and we'll make our way down, sir.
Well, I think something that'll bring us, or I think it's practicing more,
Yeah.
practicing like more and all that, and try to make them more encouraged.
Okay.
Try to get them more encouraged into the
To a routine of practicing.
Yes.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yes, I believe that like the really getting into being at practices more and more is a tough part of like fitting that into a schedule. But I think it's just like introducing swim at an earlier age like opens more like doors for you to be able to it just getting started at an early age really gives you like an upper hand
Yeah.
at like
Understanding work ethic
Yeah,
and
understanding, like, the work eth-
practice and
yeah.
what it
And-
means.
Yeah, that's the better way to put it.
Okay. Awesome. Appreciate
welcome.
it. Appreciate it. There you go. Yeah. Our junior.
My pitch honestly would be that it helps with overall health just from the fitness portion.
Sure.
But you get involved in a tight-knit community with like your buddy. You can bring your buddy to practice. So y'all have an activity planned for that day as well.
That is very cool.
And then just like safety, there's careers around it like lifeguarding. So you can get a job around just a specific skill.
That-
and it can help you later in life. as
That's a
well.
fair answer right there. That's a really good
It's a
answer.
very good answer.
I love
What's
it.
your most interesting? Give me one. Shout out to a coach. Give us a funny story if you want.
So it was at one of my first club meets. I think it was last year or the year. It was 2024. I go to swim one of my races and I dove in and I kind of belly flopped just
Oh,
like
no.
a little, but
A little enough to notice. Yeah.
yeah. So I went to turn and my stomach was hurting so bad, and I got out and I was all red.
Goodness.
It wasn't very fun.
Anything else? Any stories? Any shout outs for our coaches or anything? Anybody else?
I want to shout out my coach Nathan
Yeah.
because he's just like overall a really funny coach. Like he says some really out of pocket stuff so nonchalantly, like it's so funny. And I'm trying to think of like a story. I don't even know. There's so many different stories. Like I can't think of just one.
You got to join
alright.
to be a
You're
part of
good.
all the stories in the
Yeah,
future.
exactly.
Yeah,
There you go.
Come
It's-
check out the
He's a
stories.
hilarious person.
I love
There
it.
you go.
Legacy. Any stories? Any last minute shout outs?
Shout out to our coach Andre,
Mhm.
our swim coach. He's a really good coach. He pushes us really hard to do our best. He's a really good coach. Like he pushes us every day.
Are you
it's
just
tough.
saying that because he's staring at you?
That's
right
what it
now?
is. Yeah, right here.
He's just
Aside from
looking
the
at you,
camera,
yeah.
just nobody
He's
can
just
see
right
it. But
in front of
he's
the camera. He's like,
yeah, yeah.
see you at practice tomorrow.
That's right. Yeah,
No, he actually motivated me to start like swim more.
yeah.
Because last year I wasn't really motivated, but this year, with more motivation by him and Coach Spain Howard, I was more motivated to do better, get better.
Give more. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think that I love asking that question because the amount of influence our coaches have on kids' success and things like that. I think we continually need to let them know that how valuable their efforts are and how much we appreciate them
Absolutely.
and our kids and everything else. And my final thing, because I know we got to be done, is just see how the program, like we've been talking about for a while now, affordable and accessible. When we give our kids access to programs that allow them to express themselves in a way that really allows them to be healthy, be good kids, to learn leadership, to do those things, This is the swim program is really what we're modeling as much as we can for the other, sports.
Yeah.
And you can see it here. Like I said, every single one of them just about, except for maybe James, I think everybody went through the middle school program and then moved up. We're trying to get everybody to be in club and things like that, because that's really where you go from, yeah, we get to do this, to you're swimming with the best in the state and the nation.
Yep.
And that's something that's accessible and affordable in our community, thanks to a lot of investment, and thanks to all of our community for putting that out.
Well, we very much appreciate our special guest this episode for joining us. That was our Southwest ISD swim program and our swim team. Again, 2 freshmen, 2 juniors, no seniors allowed on this episode. We were able to have a lot of our underclassmen, and I'm sure we welcome them back next year as well. So
good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, good luck. Big meet coming up. We do a thing, like always. I'm sure you've seen it on some of the podcasts, some of the shows. We do all that good stuff. Every episode, we say the We Are Southwest little thing, so we'll have you guys kind of help us out with that. So that's going to do it for the Scoreboard Podcast. My name is Brandon Medina. That's Mr. Peter Wagner. And as always, we are
Southwest.
3, 2,